Once upon a time, out in California, a 67-year-old man lived with his 33-year-old son. Meanwhile, up in Fairbanks, Alaska, there was this big avalanche. Get the connection? You don't.
2 days ago, there was an avalanche in Alaska. A frozen object was discovered that's been identified as your father.
After all these years.
But, Mr. Carpenter, there's something I haven't told you.
I'd like to bring the body back here.
Your father's alive.
Alive?
Whatever your father may be chronologically, physically and mentally, he hasn't aged a day since he fell in that glacier. Your father, for all intents and purposes, is 33 years old.
Not bad for 101. Don't look a day over 90.
What are you doing on the floor?
Playing with my grandson.
Come on, Dad. You've been out in the car often enough to relax now.
Sorry, son. I thought I was. It's great to be out in your open buggy. I'm beginning to enjoy myself already.
I thought you would.
You know, I still can't believe Colonel Garraway agreed to let me take this job.
Well, from a security point of view, who's going to know your secret on a ranch out in the valley?
Son, you don't have to convince me.
Especially since I know the owners. I sold them the property.
Yeah. What kind of fella is this Sonny Barnes?
A beautiful girl kind of fella.
Yeah? Yeah, son, it sure will be good to get back to riding and roping and bulldogging and branding.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had some of that, too.
Two? What do you mean?
I think I better prepare you. This isn't the kind of ranch life you're used to.
Well, I figure modern times must have added a few improvements.
Oh, you can count on it.
I mean, I suppose today they got some kind of machinery to help with the rough work, like range riding and fence posting
And the dietary kitchens and the sauna baths.
soda baths.
And cowgirls that look like that.
Howdy, Mr. Carpenter.
Howdy.
I'm Sonny Barnes. Welcome to the ranch.
Well, thank you. I'm Luke Carpenter. Far be it from me to stand in the way of progress.
The Second 100 Years, brought to you by coffee, the think drink. When you want to think things over, think them over coffee.
Well, it's just like I remembered. I didn't see you wrong, did I, Luke?
No, you sure didn't, Uncle. It looks great.
Well, we hope you like it. Jim, may I have a work for him? You didn't mention that your nephew was so handsome. This is our foreman, Joe Sanders, Luke Carpenter, and his Uncle Edwin Carpenter.
Joe? Carpenter?
How are you, Joe?
How do you do, sir?
Why don't you take Luke on over to the bunkhouse and let him get settled in?
Fine.
Report back here and I'll show you around. Personally.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Would you excuse us for a moment? Thanks for bringing me out, son. I'll be fine, so you don't have a thing to worry about.
I thought I might stay until you get settled.
But now, look, I don't want you asking for any special favors for me.
Oh, I'm not going to give you a thought. Right now, I think I'll mosey into the bar and see if there's a stray or two in there.
What do you say, Carpenter? Can we get on with it? Well, sure. I'm sorry to hold you up.
I'll see you back here as soon as you get settled.
Fine, then.
Howdy, stranger.
Howdy, partner.
Careful, little red eye.
Well, if by that you mean vodka on the rocks with a touch of tonic and a twist of lemon, the answer is yes.
Howdy, handsome.
Howdy, ma'am.
I hate to see a stranger drink alone. It's bad for the morale.
Not good for the liver, either.
Don't worry about it, Carpenter. You'll get used to it.
Well, it's not exactly
It's not
like...
my idea of a ranch either, but then that's the way it's got to be today.
Yeah, I
And
suppose...
the way another thing has got to be is that the hired hands don't get too friendly with Miss Barnes.
Oh, well, she seemed friendly enough.
But never mind how she seemed. I'm telling you how you behave.
How do I behave?
Respectful and keeping your distance.
I see. Is that one of the rules of the ranch?
That's one of my rules.
Well, I'll try to bear that in mind.
See that you do.
A place like this must really keep you all busy.
Well, you get a list of your regular duties from Joe. But just to give you a more general idea, well, in here's the hootin' and hollering room.
Well...
Jim!
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Don't you have anything that might more strenuous?
Well, people are here for a vacation.
I'm beginning to understand that. It seems to me they've forgotten how much fun just working up a good honest sweat can be.
Speaking of which, why don't you pop on over to the men's gym and see if you can't make yourself useful over there?
Men's gym, right. Men's gym.
Good. Some pretty fancy high stepping. Okay, who's next now? Well, come on, everybody's got to do something. Fred. Come on.
Come on, Fred, show us what you can do.
Muriel. Oh, no. Too embarrassed. Luke, how about you?
Yeah, well, all right. I reckon everybody's full of enough high spirits or some kind of spirits to put up with me.
You've always loved one, I've always loved many. I've had all the fun, you've never had any. You've never been windblown like the wild oats I've sown. Wild oats have no roots, they have no home. So don't waste my time, your love is too tame. A wild love like mine would drive you insane. Then I'd leave you windblown like the others I've known. Wild oats have no roots, they have no home. So sing fare thee well to this rolling stone. I'd follow the wind, still rolling alone. For many a wind blown like the wild oats I've sown. Wild oats have no roots, they have no home.
Very good, Luke.
Thank you, Luke.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure.
That was real nice. Well, that's it, except for one or two announcements. Now, the rail splitting contest had to be called off because our insurance agent tells us we're not covered. Now, don't forget to sign up for the trip to Blisterville Thursday. It's the Ghost Town Picnic. Lots of fun and surprises. Well, that's all for tonight. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thanks for the use of your guitar.
Good night.
Watch your step on the way down.
I have to get to that early.
Oh, Luke,
Yeah.
would you mind hanging around and help me clean up?
Well, no, not at all. I'll be glad to.
Never mind, Carpenter, I'll take care of it.
Well, no, I don't mind helping Miss Sonny if she
I
needs
said
help.
never mind. I'll take care of it. You're going back to the bunkhouse.
Joe, I think Luke can take care of it.
Yeah. do you want?
You know what time it is?
No. Is that what you wanted?
You forgot what I told you.
When?
Look, are you trying to rile me?
No, I'm just trying to mind my own business and get my work done.
Well, what kind of work did you have in mind?
I'm not too sure what you're talking about, but I got a hunch it's none of your business.
All right, fella, that does it. I want you out of here.
Oh, you do?
That's right. Now you just pack up your gear and get.
Are you firing me?
You take it any way you want it.
Because when the one who hired me fires me, then I'll get. Till then, I'm staying.
All right. But let me tell you something, fella. If you're still here in the morning, you're going to have yourself a day that you're never going to forget.
Well, good. Since I'm not about to leave, I reckon I got something to look forward to.
Sorry I had to give you that old plug of a horse, Carpenter, but all the good ones are out.
Yeah, I reckon it breaks your heart I have to make do with this poor, broken-down critter. What do you call this tired old plug?
Black Fury. You know, Carpenter, you can quit now, and I won't say a word about you chickening out.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you kindly.
Carpenter, wait for me.
Oh. Well, now, it's amazing what good time I was able to make with such a tired, beat-up, worn-out old horse.
Well, now the easy part's over, Carpenter. You lay that fence right across this prairie. First hole goes right here.
Doesn't look like much of a shovel to me. Well, say now. That's quite a little piece of machinery. Well, that ought to do it.
Oh, good job, too, Carpenter.
Thank you.
Just one thing, though.
Now, what's that?
Well, doggone it, I think we've made ourselves a small mistake.
Huh?
This whole fence has got to come out this way 3 feet. Sorry.
Oh, Mr. Carpenter, I didn't see you.
Well, that's the point. I'm hiding from you-know-who.
Well, I've got a feeling she'll find you. That's what you get for being so attractive.
Flattery will get you almost anything, Miss Barnes.
Well, I was looking for your nephew.
Oh.
Well, we're all going to Blisterville tomorrow.
The ghost town?
We go every year and recreate the famous shootout.
Well, if you're looking for Luke, if you'll think of the hardest, most miserable job a man can be given, that's where you'll find him, thanks to your foreman.
Well, that's not right.
My sentiments exactly.
Well, I'll just have to do something about that.
Miss Barnes, I was out of line. I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, no, I'm glad you did.
No, I mean, if Luke is having any trouble with that Sanders fellow, why, let them work it out alone. Forget it.
Well,
Please.
all right. For now, anyway.
Thank you.
Edwin?
Let me ask you just one more time. Why am I moving this, mountain?
Well, because it strikes me that the bottom of that rock would look a lot better on the top. Which means, of course, the top has got to be...
Has to be on the bottom.
It's the kind of thing if you've got an eye for beauty. I figure you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I do. Well, it looks like it's going to come up. Say, Joe.
Is it getting a little heavy over there?
I hate to impose on your good nature, but I could use a little help. Hang on. Well, I'm not going anywhere. Joe, I don't know how to thank you. Well, I got an idea how you might. Here, give a hand. All right? Good.
Thanks, Luke.
Well, thank you.
You're a pretty tough dude.
Well, you don't exactly look like you were brought up in the city.
No, I wasn't. I used to work for Sonny's old man out here. We really had ourselves a ranch in those days. None of this phony business they got today.
Yeah, well, times do change.
Yeah, seems like, huh? Boy, you should have seen the ranch in those days.
Well, I got a pretty good idea what it looked like.
So now we got these dudes, and they bring them out here, and they take them on tours out to the ghost town, Blisterville.
Blisterville?
Yeah. To restage the famous shootout between...
Floyd Ray and Matt Nern for the love of Trudy Curlin.
How'd you know?
No, I got a friend who was actually there.
Well, I usually play Matt myself, and then Sonny, she plays Trudy, and one of the other hands fills in as Floyd. Probably you, I guess, huh?
Me? If I can move. Man, you really put me through the ringer today. Would you mind telling me why?
Oh, come on, Carpenter, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah. You got a pretty good idea it's about, Sonny?
She's driving me out of my mind.
You mean you're sweet on her? Well, why didn't you tell me she was your girl? I mean, last night at the cookout.
Forget it, Luke. Forget it. Thanks, man. Forget it.
Well, I reckon that's the way women are sometimes.
You know, the bad part about it is that she really loves me. I know she does. But she's just too doggone stubborn to admit it.
Yeah, she is high-spirited.
Look, I mean, this woman's really got me down.
Well, it seems to me your problem is that she knows how you feel. I mean, you just keep wearing your heart on your sleeve around her.
What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make her admit that she really cares for me, huh?
Well, I'll tell you. You give me the rest of the afternoon to recuperate, and that's something we could think about. Huh? Good.
Oh.
Can I speak to you for a minute? Pardon me, ma'am. It's very important.
How's it going?
All right, I think I've been scowling, acting mad all over the place.
Terrific.
And you remember what you got to do?
Don't worry, you can count on me.
Good. Red eye, Henry. Make it a double.
I wouldn't bother him now if I were you. He's a little cranky.
Well, he's got a right to be cranky.
What I mean is, I said cranky, but I mean dangerous. Don't bother him.
Well, all I wanted to do was tell him about playing Floyd at the Blisterville picnic tomorrow.
Oh, I told him that's okay.
I've been looking for you.
Take that off, friend, before I break it off.
But you gotta stop it.
When he gets like this, he's too dangerous.
I've been asking for this for a long time. Let's get it done.
All right.
All right, you two, just stop it right now. I won't have it.
Oh, no. It's gotta happen, so it might as well be right now.
It might just as well not be now. Luke?
Ma'am?
I think you better stay away from the bunkhouse tonight. If I didn't have that picnic tomorrow, I'd fire you both.
Oh, now look, man.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
You come upstairs with me now.
All right, Uncle.
Are you all right?
they'd fight over me.
Well, it didn't become a ghost town until about 1904. But the shootout, which was in 1897, well, that was just about the last gasp of a dying West.
So romantic.
Well, Trudy Curlin, who owned the saloon that you see behind you, well, she couldn't make up her mind between Floyd Ray and Matt Nern. Well, they got tired of waiting and decided to take matters into their own hands.
A duel for love. Oh, I can't stand it.
Well, the winner was to marry Trudy.
Who won?
Sonny, Miss Barnes. Oh, Miss Barnes.
What's the matter? What's happened?
Oh, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's those two crazy guys,
What crazy guys?
Joe and Luke, for the shootout.
Oh, it's all right. I know they're going to be in the shootout.
But you don't understand. They left these, blanks.
Well, so?
So they're using real bullets. It's going to be a real shootout. Oh, don't go there. They're not down there. They're not there.
You've always loved one, I've always loved many. I've had all the fun, you've never had any. You've never been windblown like the wild oats I've sown. Wild oats have no roots, they have no roots. So don't waste my time. Your love is to take.
Stop! Somebody will get killed.
A wild love like mine.
It's too late. Nothing can stop them now.
Then I'd leave you windblown like the others I've known. Wild oats have no roots, they have no home. So sing fare thee well to this rolling stone. I follow the wind, still rolling alone. For many a wind blown, like the wild oats I've sown. Wild oats have no root, they have
Joe,
no home.
my love, my darling, are you all right?
Is that you, Sonny?
Oh, Joe, yes, are you all right?
Well, except for the tear in my pants, I think I am.
Joe Sanders, you terrible rotten person. Oh,
All right, Dad, you can open your eyes now.
You know, even though our plan succeeded, that's a tough one to lose.
You didn't lose, Dad. You still have me.
That's what I mean, son.
so long, Mr. Carpenter.
Goodbye, Sonny. Goodbye, Joe. Bye, Miss Carpenter. It's Muriel for me.
Sure, we should reconsider, Luke.
Well, thank you.
Me, too. We could sure use a good, strong hand around here.
I don't know why. I've already got me to do most of the hard work that needed doing.
Well, you never know when something else is going to break down.
I get the impression you can handle most anything that came up.
Maybe. But you see, I don't intend to work any harder as part owner than I did as ranch foreman.
Well, I got the feeling Sonny might have a little something to say about that.
You know it.
Well, so long, folks.
So long.
So long now.
Let's go, son.
Now relax, Dad.
Right. Say, you know something, son?
What?
With a little work, a little thought, and some imagination,
Yeah?
you could really make a ranch out of this place.
The second 100 years has been brought to you by Dial Soap. Aren't you glad you use Dial? It's the mildest, most effective deodorant soap you can buy.